Hello and welcome to the trade setup. Today we are looking at United Health. I wanted to do a quick update since we did finally reach our support zone once again. But before we dive into that area, I want to cover the large time frame for any new viewers who might want to know what we have been tracking overall. So we are mainly looking at the green scenario, although we have the alternative yellow scenario. But in green, we had a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, and then another 1-2 setup, a third wave to the upside, and there is a possibility that this third wave may still extend further after a fourth and a fifth, and then we would get our actual fourth wave for this larger third wave. But I'm not going to track necessarily the support zone for the idea that this third wave is not yet finished, since we did even reach the support zone for this larger fourth wave, and it may just expose you to more risk instead of providing any value. It's just an idea that we could still see some more extension in this third wave. And yeah, of course, alternatively, we have the yellow scenario in which we completed a wave 1 here, and then we had a wave 2, and then we had another 1, and we are now looking for a wave 2 instead. But I will start looking more for the yellow scenario once we actually break below the 50% retracement level for the green scenario that would invalidate it at $96. Now, going into the shorter time frame here, we have three possibilities that we are mainly tracking at the moment. The first one being the green scenario in which, or sorry, not necessarily the green scenario, but it's the idea that we have completed an A, B, C, having this wave 4 in green complete, and we would now be looking for new all-time highs that should take us to new all-time highs without breaking and making a new low. Alternatively, this ABC could have instead only formed a larger A wave that would then lead us into a B wave and then a C wave that could take us even lower. And then we do have the white scenario in which we had a wave 1 down, a wave 2 up, a third wave to the downside. We would now be looking for a fourth wave that should lead to a fifth wave that takes us even lower and completes a larger A wave, and then we would be looking for a B wave up and a C wave that should take us even lower. So now I didn't mention yet, but it is a possibility here that this wave 4 in white is already complete and that we started the fifth wave to the downside in white that would take us even below to $249, the low in wave 3. That is a possibility, but it is not my preferred interpretation at the moment, and that will not be until we actually break below the 78.6% retracement area at $263.6. Then I would start to consider that option more and be more cautious of what could happen. So we have been following very closely this fourth wave to the upside. More specifically, we have been following this B wave, this whole area, which would be our B wave before we move higher in the wave C. So in this A, B, C, we are still tracking the idea that this B wave is not yet complete, and we had an overshooting B wave here, and we would now like to see a 5-wave move to the downside in wave C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And yeah, in the previous video, I was hinting at the idea, actually I may have even mentioned it, that we may resume the ranging in this area for these trend lines that did have some relevance, and we even wrestled with this trend line in this area, but eventually the bulls failed and we broke below, reaching the support zone again. And yeah, I want to mention that this B wave, especially with the re-entry in the support zone, could already be complete, and it could be complete at any moment. It does not need to go lower, and the market can always surprise you. I will, and I can and I will provide a resistance zone that should hint if we would go more directly higher. But another issue is that in this small time frame, the counts are so fragile, they could invalidate so quickly. And yeah, overall, you do have the larger support zone, and we did reach it again, and this may be our only opportunity to enter and join in the rally to the wave 4 here in the C wave. But of course, we need to take it level by level. Even at these time frames, we are still looking ideally for lower. I just wanted to warn or present the idea that you may miss out if you wait for a complete low, a complete beautiful 5-wave move in this C wave. We may not get it. It sometimes happens, and especially it can happen in these small time frames. However, in the idea that we have completed a wave 1 down here and a wave 2 up, we can have the resistance zone here for another 1-2 setup within this larger third wave of the C wave, and this resistance area would be between $301 down to around $296. We did actually even reach it today, and we did find resistance. We may have another attempt here, and then we may actually see the third wave of the third wave in this wave C to the downside. But keep in mind, this is the small time frame. Overall, the levels I am watching, the main levels that I am watching, are between $293 down to $263. So these are the levels. This is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.